The courtroom bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law. Mr. Wright brought it to a resolution of sorts. Ted Tenate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think. Evil laugh. That there's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. In episode 4, the cosmic turnabout. Whoa.
Until launch. Please begin your final equipment check.
Holy, a space rocket?
Check complete. Everything's A-okay. We're ready here whenever you are.
Oh no.
Come in at 2. Come in. Do you copy?
Emergency. Huh. December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Yeah, welcome to episode 4, viewers. Kind of want to talk a little bit briefly on the thing that I actually wanted to say in the last episode, is that Hugh pointed out that there's something different with Juniper. I still don't trust her. I still think that she is the one. There's something that's. She's hiding something. She's hiding some intent, being this innocent lady, but she's hiding something. There are hints, I think. I think there are hints. The hints were dropped in the previous episode, especially with that dummy, the elephant dummy. That's, the counter of the Dark Age of the Law, whatever. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. So this is the only thing that I actually wanted to note, viewers, is that there is something. There's definitely something that's that's unsettling about Juniper that we might actually discover soon enough, viewers. Soon enough. Alrighty. Attorney's badge. My church attorney's badge. Just putting it on makes me feel ready. We already have an autopsy here. Taryn's autopsy. Huh. I'm gonna look into who's Terran is. Cause of death, stabbing. The victim was discovered in the third floor boarding lounge in the main building. Oh, that's the guy. He was wearing a goddamn hat inside of his helmet too. I don't know what the hell is that. Well, I know what that is. That's a knife. A stab to the heart, huh? Stabbing. That's it. That's the only detail? Alright. Oh, that means that we're gonna play as Apollo, since Athena and Phoenix are in here. The latest lawyer to join our agency. She lived in Europe for a time, where she studied psychology. Yeah, she lived in the country of Europe. Phoenix Wright, the head of our office. He was retired once, but made his return to the legal world a few months ago. Trucy Wright, an aspiring magician who Mr. Wright adopted when duty called. Clay Terran, the victim in this case. He was a Hat 2 crew member and a close friend of mine. That's the friend? That's Apollo's friend? Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Alright, let's see how this is going to go. So this is actually in the future, right? This is something that already happened. This is something that actually happened. Was this something that actually happened before? Before the prologue trial, or is it actually gonna be after? I don't know. Time for another trial to begin. But this one is different. I'm sorry to bother you, but... Ah, son of a bitch. That's her again. I'm telling you, viewers. I don't like her at all. Are you alright, Apollo? Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my Cords of Steel exercise. I'm all ready to go. Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you will be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden. What the hell is that? Is that a potato? Is that a lotus root? A lotus root? Is that like a fruit? Never heard of that. That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. Maybe I'm familiar with the fruit itself, but not familiar with the name. Again, I can actually see a resemblance in the fruit, I know, but I don't know. Never heard of a lotus root though. She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and... Cook it? Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now. Oh, he's gonna eat it raw? Oh my. Crunch. Kinda tough though. You can't eat it raw. But thank you for the enthusiastic try. Oops, if she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I gotta calm down. Nah, don't worry. I think you already wooed her. Although, is that just an act? Bah! Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late. Hi, Athena. Junie. I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You sly little thing, you. Goddamn, she caught on it. Athena, stop! Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start in any second. Is everything all set? Oh, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out? Figure out what? Hank? Oh, that was a sigh? Okay. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Is this Larry Butts? Is this Larry Butts? This is it. It's all over for me. They're gonna find me guilty. Is this Larry Butts? He definitely looks like him. He definitely looks like him. This is our client, one Mr. Solomon Sol Starbuck. Solomon Starbuck? Better call Saul. Well, that's not Saul, this is Sol. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. Yeah, like this, he definitely doesn't look like Larry. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We'd ask about travel, and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. Not anymore, though. I like the fact that his whole head is shaped like a rocket. This is the rocket tail as well. Cool. Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Thanks, but... Oh, that's the long sigh again. I was supposed to be in space right about now. Oh, wow. Wow. No sympathy for Apollo's friend? Yeah, this is definitely gonna get annoying. Oh my god, this is gonna already getting to me. It's annoying. It's super duper annoying. Juniper Woods, Athena's childhood friend, talented singer and student council president. She's studying to be a judge. And we have Solomon Starbuck, Sol. The defendant in this case. He was a Hat 2 crew member and a mentor to the victim. Yeah, they went all out designing this dude. He's so depressed. It almost seems like an act. Huh? The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. Well, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Don't say that. Don't stop believing. Besides, you just have to go into space again. Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I just rotted away in a cell. Clay Terran. I can't believe he was murdered. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut under your command. Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. No, viewers, I'm not... I'm not trying to mimic him. The game got to me. Clay's gone, and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now. Oh, wow. I don't think you're gonna like that. Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. What is it? What's with the yelling? Oh, you'll be fine. I'll get to the bottom of this today. You'll see. And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence? Nope. Nope. Oh, well, about that. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I have liked, thanks to the police. I'm done for it. I'm a goner. Everybody thinks I did it. Thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite. Oh, you look pretty positive while I was saying that. Oh, not anymore. No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck. Don't count yourself out yet. I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going. And what about you, Apollo? What about me? I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend? We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go? Apollo? The trial is about to begin. If the defense would please proceed into the courtroom. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. December 16th, 9:55 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. It's not number 5. 4. Yep, that's Blackwell, all right. We're not gonna go into investigation or anything, viewers. Immediately for the trial. Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. Oh, this is after the bombing incident. Very interesting. Punished Apollo. We're gonna play as Punished Apollo. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Excuse me, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor? What happened to your eye? I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. He just asked you what happened to your eye. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready. I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting. It's just a stay. Just a stay? A stay. STY? I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe he's entering a touchy age. I mean, he's in his mid-20s. Very well. And the prosecution? Oh, well, Blackwell is reaching that touchy age. The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Oh. Oh, the shackles again. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Oh! He's gonna break it immediately? Ah! Oh, son of a bitch! The box again. The prosecution is now ready. Well, it didn't take him long this time. What's up with Blackwell? Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
I'll do it. You will? What an unexpected surprise. This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. Huh. What's happening here? I see. What's happening in this case? This one is gonna be interesting. Something is off with the two of you today. You both seem different somehow. Even Athena thinks so. Very well, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your opening statement, if you would. It was just yesterday. Oh, very empty space, really. The crimes in questions... the crimes? Multiple. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. So, are you telling me there were multiple people that died from that explosion? Ah, that famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right? Astronomy. It's astronomy. Who said that? Astrology? Come on, Judge. Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch site, two explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled. My word, 2 bombs? How dreadful. The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Solomon Starbuck. I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut? What is he famous for, though? Correct, your baldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the HAT-1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. He's becoming something of an international celebrity, right? Mankind's hope for the future. I've got to make it back alive. This is not what he used to look. This is not what he looks now. The hat won. Miracle. Documentary in 3D. I'd love to read all of the details probably later. These we cannot read for some reason. They even turned that incident into a movie and everything. Oh, that's not him, huh? Is that him? I don't know. Is that him? I don't think that's him. That's probably him. We've got a rail space pioneer in court today. Huh. But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand. Ah, yes. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant. Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor. Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing? Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so, he was sent not into space, but to the universe, which we mortals cannot see. Clay. I think I've heard enough. The case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. However, there is one thing I'm curious about. The metal box next to the witness stand. Ah, this thing again. What purpose does it serve exactly? Since you ask so nicely, it is your coffin. What? Ah, have mercy on me. I was kidding. I just... Goddamn, fucking, Kevin Hart over here, huh? Fucking Jerry Seinfeld making, these jokes, huh? What's the deal with airplane peanuts? I jest. It's evidence. Due its immense size, with little choice but to lay it here, but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of this box in due time. It's going to be a bomb. We know that. Phew, I feel like I just lost 50 years of my off of my life. I mean, damn, that means he should be dead right now. Does he even have 50 years left? Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue. I mean, widgets is not gonna help. Enough jabbering. Did he just whistle to goddamn Fulbright? Like that? Just like a dog? Bobby Fulbright's the name. In Justice we trust. Ah, Detective Fulbright. Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court, if you would. Yeah, I was about to say that there was an interesting lack of music just now, but we got the music back. Oh, we got entries for both Simon and Fulbright, I guess. Simon Blackwell, a prosecutor and prison inmate. He can manipulate witnesses through the power of suggestion. It looks cool. And Bobby Fulbright, the detective assigned to this case. He's a self-styled champion of justice and keeper of the peace. 33? This guy is 33 as well. Clay is 23. Yeah, he's as old as There's Apollo, I guess. On it. First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. Well, there's a lot of colors in there. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Holy. There's 6 floors and the basement floor? Launchpad 1 and Space Museum. Here we are. For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building... Oh. I'm gonna assume this is where the murder occurred. Take a look at this cross-section that we, the police, have created. See the launch pad and the main building? The launch pad is the square building, and the rounded structure is the main building, right? You got it. The incidents took place in Launchpad 1 and in the main building's lounge. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easier to understand. Space Center diagram added to the court record. Yeah, I guess we're gonna need that. I'm gonna take a look at that. Space Center diagram, a cross-section view of the main building of the Space Center and Launchpad 1. Witness testimony, details of the case. Well, actually, before we go through that, let me take a look here. So the lower section here is the elevator, which is interesting. Does it actually go to all levels? Lower, mid, and upper? But you cannot go down via the ladder to the lower level, right? Is that how it is? And this is a shelter. Ah, okay. Interesting. Details of the case. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom, boom. One on the second floor on the Space Center's main building and one in Launchpad 1. Really? There was a bomb in the main building too? In the second floor as well? Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death. And that's it. What can we do? What can we do with this testimony? I don't think we can do anything. A murder on top of a bombing. Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct? Yep. Thinking he'd sabotaged the bombing, the defendant attacked and killed the victim. Okay. So they think that Saul did plant the bombs as well. Just look at this tragic photo. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh my. Is that a knife in the victim's chest? Yes, Your Honor. A sound of a slash too. It's a knife that cruelly ended this young man's dream. We couldn't get any prints off of it though, because the defendant was in his spacesuit. Any prints? What do you mean, any prints? You mean that he was wearing gloves? Is that it? Utility knife added to the court record. The victim's blood was found on the blade, but no fingerprints could be lifted. By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in this photograph. We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor. Why the glove, though? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all. I guess. Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Why didn't you put it back, though? Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo? Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples. Asteroid samples? Why is he taking it with him to space? While obviously viable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case. Huh, I see. So, we know that the bombing in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bombing that was in, where was the bomb that was in Launchpad 1 located? Yeah, I'm sorry, viewers. I'm gonna try and read better. That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram and report into the record. Alright, I guess we're getting new pieces of evidence. Bombing report added to the court record. The explosions sparked a fire on the second floor of the main building and the middle level of the launch pad near the elevator. The trial just started and we're already in a bind. You get used to it. Besides, that's what a cross-examination is for, right? What the two astronauts were doing during the bombing. That will be the key.